Here we are in my cooler. We have a wonderful spear caught Barracuda right off the Florida Keys. We just got this in today, and we love to say here at Duvals that the only knife touching your fish before your knife will be my knife. So it's kind of one of our signature things here, that we have freshly filleted fish in-house almost every day, and we'll start from there. So first incision will go right behind the gills, about an inch behind. Then you'll run your knife right down the backside of our fish, following the rib cage all the way down to the base, right at the tail. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to let your knife go right down the back, follow the rib cage. You can actually hear your knife going right down the ribs, and then right when you get to the center, you're going to turn your knife up and around the spine, making sure not to cut into the meat itself. You want to maintain the integrity of the fish as much as possible. Slicing it down. And with the fish, you want to make long, broad strokes, because you don't want to cut the fish too many times with your knife. Follow it down. Release it from the rib cage right there. There you have your one side. And then what you do is you'll actually flip it over, same way. And then what I like to do is I grip the tail, kind of bend it so it keeps the skin nice and tight. Make the incision right around the tail. And do the exact same thing we just did on the opposite side, just doing it the exact opposite way, going right up the spine. Make an incision right behind the gills, about a half an inch to an inch. Complete the cut down that way. And then continue with our knife skills, right around. And then the same way, right around the spine, angle your knife down so you're running along the rib cage, not into the meat itself. Completing the cuts all the way down. And then releasing the fish from the carcass right behind the fin. There you have your two sides. With those bones, you can actually make a nice stock out of that. Here we want to fillet the fish. Angle your knife towards the skin so you're not cutting into the meat itself. And kind of let the fish do the job for you. Remove the skin. And with Barracuda, they have a little bit of a rib cage, or ribs going down the center. So you want to cut those out. Remove that. Remove any discolored meat that may have happened from the butchering process. And then here at Duvals, we usually cut right around a 6-ounce piece. And then, so there you have a nice 6-ounce piece. Any scraps I like to use for my bouillabaisse. 6-ounce pieces. And then I'll use something like that for my bouillabaisse, like I just said. And there you have a wonderful 6-ounce piece of Barracuda, filleted in-house here at Duvals New World Cafe.